Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all having a great night. Brady says yellow. Gamer Squad 124 says hey, and hello to you all. Hope you're all having a great night as we now enter phase 2 of our Q-Bert Spectacular. We'll see if we can beat it tonight. I think we made some good progress last night, learned a lot. So we'll see if we can apply that here today, and hopefully get some good runs in before the old brain starts frying. And at that point, it's like you keep pushing forward, but you just know you're not at your best. So we're gonna see what we can get done tonight, and if needed, we'll do it again tomorrow. But let's not even think about that yet, because the night is still very young. Sadly, can't stay, but you can wish me luck on a scary school. Oh, well, I can wish you luck on a scary school thing tomorrow. Yeah, well, scary school things are pretty scary, but I wish you all all the best with it, all the luck, and hope it goes well. Yeah, I don't miss the scary school things. I can say that. So my condolences to all you dealing with them currently. But alrighty then. Let me see here. I think we should be good to go. Hopefully you've all been hearing this voice while I've been saying it. And yeah, I don't think we need to see the 3-second title screen loop any longer. Let's jump right in. Anxiety, says Brady, right? Yeah, I totally get that. I was an anxiety-filled mess whenever it came to school presentations and all that jazz. I absolutely hated it. But the best thing you can do to kind of snap out of that is start like a YouTube channel and upload everything. Is this guy gonna murder me right off the bat? Okay, well, he did. Technically. There's always a warm-up phase with these things. But yeah, I used to be really bad at speaking, really bad in front of people, pretty shy. But the best thing I ever did was, start a YouTube channel where I uploaded frequently. I got used to talking every single day, interacting with others, and yeah, it really got me to a point where now doing public stuff is not so hard. But as I totally get where you're coming from, Brady, and yeah, it's not always fun, so I wish you all the best with that. You gotta go, bye! Yeah, have fun, Brady, take care! See ya later. Yeah, we gotta remember how to play Q-Bert again. It's been like 24 hours. And yeah, if you haven't seen the last part, we went over a whole bunch of stuff in that one on exactly how Q-Bert works, but I'll be sure to reiterate here. The way it works is there's 36 levels. The final level is 9-4, not even 8-4. They, for some reason, went all the way to 9, and you need to beat that without game overing more than 3 times if you want to get that sweet, sweet ending. I'm sure it's great. I don't know what the ending is. It's probably just like one splash screen that says, like, congratulations. No, I had one of those recently. POW, Prisoners of War. It's an SNK beat 'em up. And I'm pretty sure that had a congratulations at the end. Always a hilarious time when that happens, but alright. Looks like we're making our way through. Second level at Q-Bert here. Anytime you can get Coily to jump off that edge is great, because not only is he out of your hair, but also all the other enemies will disappear from the screen. Gamer Squad, this game, you remember being a pain. So it's funny because Q-Bert's not a game that pops into most people's heads probably when you think of something really difficult. But most people probably haven't actually tried to get to the end of this thing. Or if you're just playing it casually, yeah, I mean, I think Q-Bert's pretty fun. It's a little bit clunky, a little bit has its quirks for sure. That's probably what the Q stands for. It's a quirky game. But yeah, if you want to see the end of it, it's a lot of levels, and it gets pretty intense by the end. It's a lot of levels you have to beat. And of course, the limited continues. If it wasn't for that, it'd be easy peasy, but... Okay, there we go. So yeah, sit back, relax. Hope you have a nice night. Probably not going to be too crazy here. But to anyone who wants to see some Q-Bert, maybe it'll help you fall asleep or whatever you're up to. Help you pass the time. I hope it helps. Hope you enjoy. A little bit of luck involved there. There's just sometimes where you're in situations where, you just don't know what the enemies are going to do, so you kind of have to guess at where they're going to move next. And a lot of times I guess wrong, but Thankfully that worked out well. No deaths yet. So essentially when you account for the continues that you get, you start with 5 lives and you get 3 continues with starting you with 5 lives each. So essentially you start the game with 20 lives, which sounds really generous, and it pretty much is. Then you get a 1-up at 6,000 points, and then every 12,000 after that, so 18,000, 30,000, and so on. So you actually get a lot of lives in this game. If you could not die more than once per level, this game would be doable. And that sounds like really nice. Like when you just say it like that, only dying once per level. It's like, yeah, that should be simple, but Q-Bert finds a way to really mess with you. He's kind of get into a rut, and just everything goes wrong. Oh, I accidentally pressed down again instead of up. Nah, haha. See? Talk about getting into a rut. I pressed the wrong direction. I wanted to jump onto that disc, and my fate was sealed. Alright. But yeah, we're still kind of in our warm-up phase here. And of course, when you have to get those last few discs, blocks at the top, all the guys start falling down on you. And it just really messes you up. Okay, here we go. Coily. Let's try and lure him off the edge there. Like, I'm gonna go for this blue one. And it's like I could have so easily been crushed by a falling enemy, but thankfully I wasn't. You have to do an interview thing to get a chance to go to the White House, Brady. Well, good luck. Hope that goes well. Like right now at the top left, it says we got 5 Q-Berts, but you get a 0 too. So technically we got 6 lives plus those 3 continues. So we got 21 lives right now. Like when you look at it that way, it's like, how could you ever lose with so many 1-ups? But Q-Bert finds a way, don't worry. And there comes the point where you sometimes you need to sacrifice lives to get into the proper position to beat the level. That's no fun. And that seems like a really massive design flaw, but it's Q-Bert. Like, see, I really want to go up here and get these now. But any second, something could fall on you. Thankfully, it did not. Almost done World 2. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Like, see, I could have easily been crushed by that guy, but thankfully I didn't go where he was. So that's it. You only get those 2 discs for this level. It's really rough. Now we're kind of just on our own, unless the green ball shows up. Now where do I go? So I got the purple ball to my right, and if I jump to the left, that other purple guy might hit me. Just like that. It literally is like it's like a game of chess, a game of like 3D slanted chess, where you always need to be thinking ahead about your opponent's move. Never did I imagine Q-Bert would be so complicated, but here we are. Like again, so the red ball could either come and get me down to the right, or Coily's definitely coming down to the left, because Coily will always chase you. So do I just stand still and pray that the red ball doesn't come at me? Yes! And there you go, green ball was actually nice for once. Usually they tend to go the opposite direction of you. And there you go. Almost at 30,000 for another 1-up. Almost got crushed by that guy. Thankfully we did not. Ooh, I'll take that. There we go. Ooh! Lucky. Plus we got a 1-up, so that sounds good to me. Alright, World 2 down. 2 down, 7 to go. Like, why couldn't it at least be 8 worlds? 8 would be so much more manageable. It's so much easier to, calculate where you are. But like 9, just an awkward number. So of course, world 3, blocks only need to be jumped on once now, but they switch back if you jump on them again. So it's not so fun. And I accidentally picked the wrong direction there. Again, this is like our first real run, so still kind of like a warm-up round. Now where do I go? Like somehow we survived that one. It was mostly luck. Like where's Coily going here? Hopefully Sam doesn't destroy too much. Like if I could just jump to the right now, it'd be done. But of course it can't be that simple. Whew. Wild Eye, I'm a night owl. I don't know how I do this. By getting like 4 hours of sleep is how I do it. But yeah, I understand. I mean, I don't think Q-Bert has the highest appeal, so that's why I don't mind kind of putting it at night when only those who have a particular interest in it are probably going to check it out. But thank you, Wild Eye, for stopping by. And then, my offer still stands or my deal, where if we beat this quick enough, I will play, Lot. If you're around, but I don't blame you if you don't stick around for like what might be hours on hours more of Q-Bert. Well, I would hope that we can maybe get close to a win tonight, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. We got one more over there, of course. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Wild Eye. Thank you everyone who's stopping by and watching. That was another one up, I think. There you go. Ooh. I got too excited from surviving that one bad move that I accidentally made a second bad move. Of course, Sam goes the complete opposite direction of me, so beautiful. Don't be afraid to pause like non-stop to figure out what the best move is. I need to do that more, as much as I kind of hate doing it. Ooh, I'll take that. Come this way, come this way. Nah, it's going the complete wrong way. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Whenever those stairs are like lined up right to victory, I love it. Thank you, Wild Eye. Have a great night. Yeah, don't worry. If you're not here, we won't be playing no Lot. Hopefully someday. I'm saving it for like a special occasions. I know how much you've been looking forward to it, but take care. Have a great night. Oh God, this is not good. I always forget this level. I get into like a zone, and I forget to notice that this level for some reason has literally 0 discs on the left side. The only level in the game that's like that. That was interesting. Someday, Wild Eye, for sure. Thanks. Have a great night. That takes us to level 4. David Ray, welcome. Hope you're having an excellent night. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Still playing Q-Bert, as you can see. Ah. I've had success jumping over that guy until I started streaming. I never used to fail that. Oh, please jump off the edge. Oh, thank goodness, just in time. Ooh. If it stayed like this forever, where the only, like, where the worst blocks are like these ones, where they, you know, they'll change a color, but it's only one color back instead of two, that'd be amazing, but... Okay. Yeah! Yeah, I'd love to be doing a little bit better with the lives. Again, we're kind of getting used to things again tonight. So hopefully in a upcoming run we can have more at this point. But yeah, see, like, doing silly things like that. Oh, shoot. Oh, there goes Sam messing up my beautiful board there. And look at that, I made that jump before that guy had even appeared on screen. And I made that jump too, like, the enemies just don't stop spawning. Next one up comes at 78,000, so... We've made it to World 6 before without needing to continue. I would hate to need one in, like, World 4. That would stink. Tried to sneak in there, but it did not work. So close. Here we go. It's pretty fun watching it at 2 times speed. Yeah, well, it's funny because if you watch the earlier levels at 2 times speed, I think that's pretty much just like the speed of the later levels. So watching the later levels at 2 times speed, that would be really fast. But thank you for checking out the stream, David Ray. Hope you're doing well. Have you having a great night. Okay, cool. World 4 done. Alright, keep those 1-ups coming. Again, if we're already doing this well on our first run, I have high hopes for future runs, hopefully. Ooh, please. Yes. Ooh, okay. If only, if only. Ugh. I think that's good. Yes, okay. Very good. That was a great run. Next one up at 102,000, so not too far. And this is the point of the game which, you know, it's getting more difficult, but because of the points that you rack up, you're essentially getting like a 1-up per level, which is really nice. Ah, didn't get coyly to go for a dunk there. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us too much. There's that 1-up. Give me the green. There we go. Yeah, see, that's what happens when your last couple of blocks are at the top here. It's like, you start landing on stuff. I almost got hit there again, but we saved it, just barely. That was 5-2. And now starting from 5-3, the disc layout on the sides is always the same. So, once you get into kind of a rhythm, theoretically, things shouldn't be too bad, but... Any second the green ball, I think, should be showing up, though. So, let's keep our eyes peeled for that. Nope. There it is. Ah, Yeah, we got into one of those situations where the only block left to change was the one we were already standing on. And that's unwinnable unless you ride a disc, wait for Sam to show up, or send yourself over the edge to try and correct that. But yeah, that's definitely a flaw of the way that the tiles work, starting with World 5, is that you can get into awful situations like that. There goes Sam, having a good time. Always like to see that guy happy, wrecking my board. Ah, of course he had to run away. This is a mess. Massive mess. So we've used one of our continues now, meaning we're down to like 15 lives. If the green ball wants to come back, that would help immensely. Nope. There it is. He's a million miles away though, so any attempts to get him is probably just going to result in pain. There you go. Even though it took a life, I just wanted to get that level done. Kobe, good. Hello. Can we play Game Boy games on Nintendo Switch Online? So yeah, I definitely plan to do more streams of Nintendo Switch Online stuff, and the Game Boy games are definitely playable online there. Later this week, you'll probably see the Kirby, the recent, the upcoming Kirby game. We're gonna be playing that online, so that will be cool. People keep telling me that's a really neat one to be able to play multiplayer, so looking forward to checking that out. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of people with me who are more familiar with the game than I am, so hopefully it should be a good one. We'll all learn lots. Will I do silly things like that? Oof. Okay. And that's World 5. Thank you, Kobe! Yeah, we do lots of different streams here. We play retro games on like the original hardware. We play retro games on Switch Online, which means we do multiplayer stuff. So yeah, if you like things like that, thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you continue to enjoy the content. Let me see one thing here. Okay, ball should be coming up soon, so let's not go too far then. Ah, I believe that if you start the jump, you should be like invincible after that. I landed on 2 of those guys at once. Oh. Alright. You know what? I'll continue, just to kind of practice the later levels, but I think this was a good first run of the night. I think we're going to be better after this, as our mind gets back into the game. Super Mario Advanced Battle Mode. Yeah, we've played that before. It was a lot of fun, so I'm definitely up for checking that out again. It's just awesome that, the Nintendo Switch Online games, allow those kind of more obscure, Game Boy link-up that more obscure Game Boy Link-Up content to be much more accessible now. Because how many people were playing the the Mario Bros. Mario Advanced online battle mode or Link-Up battle mode? Probably not many back in the day. I might have done it like once. So yeah, I'm really happy that we can do that. So stay tuned, and yeah, so that's another stream I want to do. I want to do more of just, generic online stuff, which will be cool. I also want to do another Game Boy grab bag. I really enjoyed doing that a couple months back. So I think we'll do one of those again. Yes! I don't think we died at all. Very good. 19KJ R91 says, you had no idea this game worked, how this game worked back in the day. I don't think anyone even understands truly how it works now. It's a crazy one. Way more difficult than you'd expect for like a basic arcade game. And you have to beat a lot of levels before you see the true ending, but we're trying our best to do it here today. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a good night. Kobe, I did see the new Nintendo Direct. I made a video about it on my channel, actually, if you want to see some of my my more in-depth opinions, but I quite enjoyed it. I know there were some people who weren't the biggest fan, but I don't think there was a single Direct this year that didn't have at least a couple, like, yes moments for me. I really enjoyed this year's Nintendo Directs. I think it was the 2022 September one, where like every other game was like a new farming real life simulation RPG. It's like I think we did much better than that this year. But if those farming games are your thing, then that's cool too. Let me see here. Oh, he's definitely not jumping off the edge after that. Okay. Kinda saved it, maybe, question mark? Astafu! Great to see ya! Thank you so much for the super chat. Long time no chat, but probably can't stay up too late. Hope you're doing well and keep up the great streams and videos. Thank you, Astafu! Thank you. It's really great to hear from you too, and hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Kobe, do you think we'll ever get the Pokemon games for GBA on the Switch? I do. I think that we'll see at some point Pokemon Gens 1, 2, and 3 playable on the Nintendo Switch, because they're just not accessible anywhere anymore. You can't buy them on the eShop, and the fact that Pokemon Stadium is on Nintendo Switch Online, I was sure that they would release them somewhere around there so that you could use the features there that are compatible, but Nintendo, that would just make too much sense, I guess, so they never did that. But they'll have to make a way at some point to play those retro Pokemon games again, I would assume, so I'm sure we'll see them on the Switch eventually. Because this year, like, the DLC comes out. I think the last Scarlet Violet DLC comes out. I don't think we have any other Pokemon content announced for next year, so I could definitely see 2024 to kind of fill that void now between the next generation of Pokemon games. Maybe they'll, release the retro ones next year. Yeah, the Amazing Mirror on Thursday. Like, Nintendo says it comes out the 29th, which I believe is Friday. But because Nintendo works in really weird ways, it, like, technically comes out Thursday night for us here in North America. So we'll be playing it on Thursday if that's the case. So yeah, hope you can stop by the stream there. Now, we have no more discs to kind of save us here. So this is really bad. We just need more green balls, and we'll be good. There we go. Come here, yes! No! Did you see that? I had the level done, and freaking Sam showed up. Ugh. I just figured it was easier to sacrifice a life there before Sam destroyed my whole board. This game, so many strategic deaths you have to take where that's just burning through your lives. But okay, 6-2. We're learning here. I think that our next run will be a really good one with all that we're showing that we've improved here. Now, what do I have notes for this one? Okay. So we want dark blue. We've actually have a significant part of it already turned dark blue, which is pretty cool. See, sometimes Sam can be helpful too, but most of the time he's a pain. Okay, there you go. Look at that awful red one at the bottom left, though. I have to destroy like half my board just to get down there to get that. Oh! Invincibility running out at the worst time. Block Frog! Interesting game choice, thank you. This is where I'm at. Trying to beat all the NES games currently in the queues, and you'd think that would be like no problemo. There's only 2 officially licensed NES games that end with Q. I'm of course also playing the unlicensed ones, but just speaking in licensed terms. This should be like the easiest letter of the NES library, and yet here we have one of the most difficult games on the NES. No one ever talks about Q-Bert, and yet here it is as one of the biggest challenges the console has to offer. It's pretty crazy. Alright, let's see. We're making progress here. And then freaking Sam. Sam just ruins my day. Oh, yes. Thank you. When you get those stragglers at the bottom, the green ball is pretty much the only way you're getting down there to fix it without dying. Ooh, okay, I'll catch you. When I had pressed the button to jump to that square, the ball had not appeared yet. And that happens so often. Yes, alright, alright. What do we have, 1 continue left? We burned through like way too many of them on that one level. But we're making progress here. Let's see how far we can get. Let me see here. Blockfrog, what if they are arcade games? Also, you've been so obsessed with Star Fox 64 3D, you got it like 20 days ago and already have around 30 hours of gameplay. Nice! Yeah, I remember it got flack when it first released for just being like, almost a straight port of the 64, obviously, of Star Fox 64. Star Fox had a rough patch there where people didn't receive that game too well. Star Fox Zero. But, it's just nice to be able to have 64 games on the go at some, sometimes too. So great to hear that you're enjoying Star Fox 64 3D. And in terms of your question, like, what if they are arcade games? So if they don't have like a proper ending, then usually I just play them to whatever point they start looping around. Like maybe the stages start looping, or the difficulty's kind of like at the point where it's, it doesn't get much more difficult. But in terms of Q-Bert, after 9-4, there apparently is an ending. So we're doing our best to see if that's actually true, or maybe one of those old, old-timey internet rumors, like Peekaboo and all that. For all I know, this game doesn't actually end after 9-4, and I've been lied to. We're doing this for nothing. I would hope not, but we'll see. Alright, it's okay. Remember, if you can only die once per level, you're in good shape. Very uncomfortable. Okay. There you go. 6 down. World 6 down. Thank you again, though, Astafu. Really appreciate that. Is there a Zaxxon port on the NES? There's not. Wow, Z. That's a letter. Oh, wait. Z? I think... No, there is Zaxxon on the NES. Whoa. Why? Is that a bad thing? Am I going to get my butt kicked by that? That's my favorite part about trying to beat every NES game, is you think, you have to play so many games that you don't normally otherwise think about. We need a true Star Fox 64 sequel, taking a break to run through Sonic 3 and Knuckles, getting all the Master Emeralds. Nice, I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Got both games in the boxes for your nephew for his B-Day. He loves Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and hey, I do too. Still to this day, I think the best Sonic 2D game. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle still always will be my all-time favorite Sonic game, but if we're talking the 2D platformers, you know, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, how can you beat that? Sonic 2 is a close second, though. Alright, so we're going for purple on this level. Oh, there's the green ball. Bye-bye, green ball. You are now history. Okay, Hastafu, good. Whew, you just like Zaxxon. Nice. There were a lot of Atari Age games which didn't hold up too well. You have fond memories of playing Demon Attack on 2600 for hours as a kid. Nice. Have you ever played Sonic Unleashed? So, well, I just barely dodged that guy. So back in the day when Sonic Unleashed came out, I only had a Wii. I didn't have any of the other consoles which were, you know, in style at the time. So my experience with Sonic Unleashed was the Wii version, which I hear is not the ideal way to play it. I hear that there's more Sonic stages in the Xbox 360 and the PS3 version, as opposed to again the Wii one, which is mainly Werehog stages for whatever reason. So I'd love to play the PS3 version someday. But yeah, I have otherwise, you know, to answer your question outright though, I have played it, but not the version which most people would probably consider the one you should play. All right, I just need the ball. I just need the green ball. There's really nothing else I can do. Ooh, there it is. Thank you. Again, if Sam had a, or not Sam, if Coily had a rule where like he could not jump back to the block he was just on, that would make predicting some of his patterns so much nicer. But as it is, it's like he just hates your guts. And okay, so again, World 7 for like our first real try tonight is not bad. Hey, actually we still have a continue. I guess I won't complain. You're at Flying Battery. Just picked it back up. Growing up, your Genesis card of Sonic 3 didn't save, and man, this feels good. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's awesome that Sonic 3 and Knuckles can save, or like if you only played Sonic and Knuckles, you know, you had to have that 3 lock-on, or else even that wouldn't save. But you know, Sonic 2 was pretty long. It's like, what, 10 or 11 zones. So, you know, even combined, Sonic and 3 and Knuckles is really only about as long as Sonic 2, which didn't save, but everyone knew the level select code for that, so, you know, if you really needed to, you could kind of just get back to where you left off. But Flying Battery, very nice. Everyone loves the music in that zone, it's great. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just overall, excellent soundtrack, and I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. We're having a better run this time, but yeah, but Sam will make sure that, you know, it's not as good as it could have been. The green ball wants to show up, I won't complain. Of course, I had to go the wrong way. If the green ball drops, we can kind of just, you know, figure it all out. Oh. Whoa, whoa! That was weird. Ugh. It was mentioned last night that this game would be way more manageable if there was just like a threshold you had to reach. Like, you know, it wasn't 100%, maybe 90% or something, but the fact that every block has to be perfect is just like impossible. Let me see what we got here. Game Freak 924. You've never played this game, is that wrong? No, absolutely not. In fact, you're likely a very fortunate person who does not know the trauma this game can cause. But thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Sonic 2 could have been longer. It's funny. You had to resort to getting your nephew the actual Genesis carts. I mean, there is Origins, but the beta music they used is blah. One of the best, you know, it's funny. The Sonic games are ones that just keep getting re-released and re-released. I love the Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube, personally. I think that was a really great way to experience them back in the day. Well, that was the first way I ever experienced Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I had played Sonic 2 many times. I knew a lot of friends who, you know, got that Genesis bundle back in the day who had Sonic 2, so I'd played through it at their houses, but I'd never played... Actually, that's a lie. I did know someone who owned Sonic 3, so I may have briefly played Sonic 3, you know, on the Genesis back in the day. But the first way I ever actually, like, played through it on my own and beat it was on the Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube, and that was awesome. So, highly recommend that to anyone who has a GameCube and wants to play some classic Sonic. It does a really good job of, you know, it feels very, very faithful to the original releases. Oh, there's the green ball. That's like my last chance at this. He's not without any discs now. That guy's not going anywhere. I was gonna get hit by something there. Okay. So that was our first attempt of the night. World 7. You know, if we can improve a little bit each time, a victory run's definitely doable in the near future. Let me see here. Astafu, the part where you have to flip twice and then extra jumps, flip it back again, really sucks. Yeah, so that starts with World 5 and lasts all the way up through World 9. So it's like 20 levels of that. And it's ridiculous. There's no reason why this game couldn't have ended after World 5 or even World 6. I'll give him that. But the fact that it just goes on for so long after that. And like the game never really changes. Like it gets a little faster, but you have to play so much Q-Bert. Your brain starts melting really hard. And now it's so weird being back to the early levels when it's not as fast. Feels like you're in molasses or something here. But again, thank you so much, Astafu, for that super chat. It's always really nice to see you, and I hope everything's going well. Going up, your friend just gave you Sonic and Knuckles. How cool is that? Yeah, right? What a, like, I had experiences like that as a kid as well. I had a friend from elementary school who brought over Mega Man X2 on the Super Nintendo. And he's like, yeah, you can just keep that. It's like, okay, thank you so much. You know, I love it. And, you know, I still have that cartridge to this day, of course. But yeah, Mega Man X2, it's like, you know, that's not a cheap game now. So, you know, really appreciate that one. You know, the good old days when games were just that. You know, video games were games and you'd swap them with your friends, trade them with your friends. If you didn't want to play it anymore, maybe you'd even give it to your friend. And, you know, now everyone just treats them like, you know, stocks or something. You know, they're just items to be invested. You can never play that game. You're only allowed to buy it and put it into a safe and sell it in like 20 years. But, you know, back then. And it's funny because it's not even just like it's only retro games. I had a what the crap moment recently when I was out and about and you know, doing some video game shopping, and I saw Professor Layton and the Ozron Legacy. You know, very average Nintendo 3DS game released in 2014. Was in big supply, didn't have to order it from some website. It was an exclusive release. No, Walmart had it, GameStop had it, everyone had it. And I love it. I love the Professor Layton series, so, you know, I got my copy launch day, pre-ordered it at GameStop and all that. So, you know, it's a game I've had for a long time. So I'm just at the store and I see it. I'm like, I wonder what that's going for these days. $200 price tag on Professor Layton and the Ozron Legacy. I'm like, there's no way. There's no freaking way. I look it up, and apparently that's what it's going for about these days. You know, just an average run-of-the-mill 3DS game. I'm getting that myself. $200. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. So, you know, you figure retro games can be a bit more expensive because, you know, they're like 10, 20 years old. Maybe people these days are realizing that, oh, that was a cool game. I missed out on it. You know, now a lot of people are trying to get their hands on it because they missed it. But we're talking games that aren't even 10 years old now are skyrocketing into the triple-digit prices. It's like, why? Why? There's just no excuse. And if you look at price charting, it's because there was the new Professor Layton game released, or rather announced, in the February Nintendo Direct. And it's like, okay, but like, you know, really? That causes like all the games to jump into triple digits? Like I don't know. So now it's like, you know, you wouldn't even want to give away your 3DS games to a friend because apparently those are also worth like triple digits. What is happening to video games? Thank you, Kobe, for the good job there. Sell your stocks and invest in a time machine. Go back and buy Professor Layton cards. Right, Astafu? Like, it used to just be, we'd all joke about going back and buying Earthbound because, you know, that was like the one game that was kind of, you know, stood out among all the others as being really expensive. But now it's not even just Earthbound anymore. You know, there's just so many games that are reaching ridiculous prices that, you know, it's terrible because video game collecting used to be such a fun hobby, but it really has been killed by the people using it as an investment method. Like, I don't get it. Why just because Professor Layton 7 being announced, suddenly, you know, the 6th entry becomes worth $200. You know, again, if it had like a super limited release, I could get it, but, you know, it was at Walmart. No game released at Walmart should ever be considered that rare. I want to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie when it comes out. I have to admit, I don't know all that much about Five Nights at Freddy's. I know it's popular, though, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to enjoy that, and I hope that they do, to all those who are interested. Back when I was young, I got Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country on SNES for $1. Yes! Yes, Block Frog. I can remember the day when, you know, N64 came out, or that, you know, that was probably around when GameCube was out. So we're a couple generations removed from Super Nintendo at that point. No one wants to play crappy Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country or, you know, any of that junk. Everyone wants Mario Sunshine and, you know, Mario Kart Double Dash. So yeah, like it's incredible just how much games from a generation or two ago, you know, they would be super cheap. But, you know, not anymore. Now we're looking at 3DS. You know, only a single generation ago, and instead of the prices going down, it's going way up, so, you know, the whole world's gone wonky. Yeah, I think that's our first death, though. Oh, please, 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 thank you. Oh, Pokemon's the worst one, Kobe. Pokemon is just disgusting. You know, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are like $200, $300. But, you know, that's Pokemon. I mean, but, you know, like, again, you know, Pokemon had a massively wide release. You know, anyone who wanted to get their hands on those games could easily have done so back in the day. And it is crazy to see just how high those have gone. Now, I guess for those games in particular, you know, people might have lost the Pokewalker, thrown out the cardboard box that it came in because it had, like, a bigger special edition thing going on. So I can understand why maybe that's a little harder to find all complete, but even just, like, you know, the base game itself is ridiculous. And yeah, it's nuts. You know, not even just, you know, Soul Silver and Heart Gold, even, like, the Game Boy titles, which sold millions. It's like, So yeah, the prices of video games is really silly. You know, my sister still has, on her cartridge, She bought a second, her very first ever Pokemon Blue was from a store. She bought it secondhand, and they put these really awful stickers on them that were like almost impossible to peel off. The glue was insane. But it's $14.99 was the price she paid for it back then, because who wanted crappy Pokemon Blue? We got Pokemon Diamond and Pearl now to play. Who wants those first gen Pokemon games? And now look what's happened. So, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yes. It's not even games. Even systems are pricey on the secondhand market. Lowest for a new 3DS system is $190. Yeah, again, just 3DS. You figure the Switch came out, everyone kind of moved their attention to that instead of the 3DS, but no. The games and the consoles are crazy. I never ended up getting a new 3DS because I got a new 3DS, not a new one, a 3DS XL. And it's like, I'm happy enough with that. I don't feel the need to play like the 4, exclusive new 3DS games. The one neat thing it could do was it could play Super Nintendo games from the Virtual Console, which, I couldn't do with just the OG 3DS, unfortunately. But I was willing to miss out on that to not pay like, $300 for a new console. But yeah, even to get a secondhand new 3DS now, you're looking at ridiculous prices, so it's pretty nuts. So close. Okay. Miss the old days of collecting video games. Might as well just get an N64 EverDrive. Smash Hack would be cool to play. It has Marina for Mischief Makers, really cool. Deep Cut. Yeah, so, I don't in any way look down on those who decide to go the flash cart route. As mentioned, though, even the consoles these days can be pricey. But so, for the price that you're already paying for like an N64, then just get an EverDrive to go with that? Why not? Because I love ROM hacks too, so that's a great angle as well. You can play whatever ROM hacks you want if you get an EverDrive. Ooh. Yes! Okay. You bought a new 3DS the other day and it was $260. Crazy. It's crazy when something used is like the price it would have been new. Oh, this is that level where all the discs are on the right, and I always forget to look for that. So I end up going down the left side, which is just habit for me. And it leads to disastrous results. Ooh, please, please. Alright. Can we beat the level before this runs out? Yes! So now, starting with level 4, each block needs to be jumped on twice, but touching it again sends it back a color, so not so fun. Ooh, yes! And for whatever reason in World 4, the invincibility lasts like a long time. Alright. But yeah, when even widely available, like first-party Nintendo titles are ridiculous in price. You know something's gone wrong. Okay. Look at that guy messing up my whole work there. Ugh. Alright, so in this case, red ball above, coily to the left. The only, like, sure way not to die is to mess up my nice yellow tiles and go for that disc at the bottom right, so... I guess that was better than losing a life, question mark? Which, you know, we are getting a nice stockpile of lives. I do like to see that. Ooh, green. Come here, thank you. Okay. Somehow that worked out. You had to get one because your circle pad wore out after playing too much Star Fox. Yeah, there used to be all sorts of stories back in the day of, you know, certain games destroying people's circle pads. I know that Smash Bros was a big one. Thankfully, I never played any games on my 3DS that were like too circle pad intensive, so I was lucky for mine to survive throughout the console's life. But yeah, it's silly that, you know, they wouldn't be made better so that sort of thing didn't happen. I saw an interesting photo recently of the prototype 3DS. You know, when they were when they were initially kind of, you know, puzzling it out, building it, and it had swappable D-pads and thumbsticks. So, you know, if you could have just easily, like, you know, bought a replacement one and plugged it in, like the prototype show, that would have been awesome. But they obviously never went that route. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, part of that was probably just because it made it easier to test by having the console configured that way. But it is a neat idea, and, you know, I like, you know, more interchangeability and customizability when it comes to consoles would be really cool. All my lives gone! Gone! Like, I'm gonna press down now. Okay. All that hard work. Like, it just, I hate this game because all your hard work can just disappear in like 5 seconds. It's some awful enemy placement. Oh. This is looking really nice. All right. Well, I was gonna go up for that, you know, for the upper disc there, but that red ball had other plans, so here we are. Nope. One wrong move. That's all it takes. Look at that blue one way down there I have to go. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Yes, okay. World 4 down with 4 lives left. I guess we'll take it. You've been playing your 3DS since 2011. Yeah, like, yeah, the thumbsticks definitely wear out a little bit, so I understand that. I don't know how difficult it is to actually, you know, just open up the 3DS and swap the thumbstick, but I can imagine it being an issue in the coming years that, you know, finding 3DSs with good thumbsticks is going to be more and more difficult. Not like a D-pad, which is, you know, those can last forever. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, I was really hoping to grab that. Okay. That was silly. Alright, alright. We can make this work. Look at this. Look at this. All this nice blue that turns into yellow. Ooh. Can I get that? Or should I just take the safe route and Send that guy into the water. Very good. Ah, not fast enough. Of course, like, you know, there's a single blue one stuck down here. I'm never gonna get. All right, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me it. Okay. I mean, it probably wasn't worth it because I like messed up more of the board than I fixed as a result of it. If there was like a clock on screen that told you how much longer it was going to last, that'd be awesome. Now, which way do I go? If I go up to the left, the red ball can get me. If I go down to the right, I'm kind of trapping myself. Almost. Now this red ball is coming at me. Now again, the red ball could come down at me, and it did. Oh, there's a green ball. But it's way over there, of course. No chance of getting that. I could just do this forever and keep racking up points. And again, red ball in the exact same spot again. There's no escape from this corner. To anyone who's been following my channel for like over a year now, you'll know that there was a game of Mario Party we played. And we played Luigi's Engine Room, and I got stuck in the corner for like, for the whole 20-turn game. I did not leave the upper left corner where I got stuck. So I never landed on the question mark, which would have sent me into a pipe and got me out. And the door was always closed to take the other sort of pipe. So I just got stuck in that one corner for 20 turns. It was ridiculous. But, oh, Kalaka Boy, thank you. Have I spoken about your reaction to the upcoming Atari? Ooh. So yeah, the 2600 Plus I was shown, and that looks really cool. It's kind of a pain to play Atari 2600 games because there's only RF connection. So even though I use a CRT TV to play a lot of my retro games, you know, it still doesn't look very good. But yeah, that might be a really neat way to play some Atari 2600 stuff. So thanks for bringing that up. I'll need to think about that a little bit more. You have to do some deep disassembling to replace Circle Pad. Tried to do it. We stripped some screws, so you were screwed, Block Frog. Very unfortunate. Q-Bit, says Daniel. Q-Bert, and from the looks of it here, we got Coily coming from the upper right. Our only chance of survival is if the red ball goes left instead of right. Ooh. Okay. Still, though, this is disgusting. Yes. It all comes down to survival. Actually, I forgot there's a lot of discs here I should be using to my advantage, actually. So focused on everything else, I kind of forgot. Okay. Alright. This might be doable. Although I think we're in that... Nope. That situation where... Yeah, we're gonna have one left. Ooh. Yes. No! Yes? Going on the disc made Sam fall, but when Sam fell, he didn't change the color of the tile, which would have messed up everything I was just trying to do. Ugh. Okay. We beat 5-1. I guess that's what's important. You had to open up your Power Xbox controller. It was a pain. Yeah, console repairs, controller repairs. Yeah, well, controller repairs in particular. There's like springs in there and everything else. It's so easy for stuff to just go flying. No. We got quite a nice bit of the board done, actually. Another green ball would be amazing. Tie up these loose ends here. Oh, ho, ho! Speak of the... Thank you. Oh, that was incorrect. Alright, we're getting close, though. We're getting close. going to take that hit. That's not good. So if I do this... Alright. Alright. 5-2 done. Not too shabby. Hopefully we have another 1-up coming up soon at 114,000. So almost. Let's see here. You had to clean up dirt from that controller because the joystick was doing some weird stuff, like when you press too many buttons on the keyboard. Oh, interesting. For me, the most common controller repair that I have to do is Super Nintendo controllers, where the start and select buttons stopped working because they're like rubbery, and that rubber rubs off on the circuit board underneath, and that causes there to be a bad connection when you're pressing those two buttons. So you have to open it up and like rub the black off of the connector inside, and then your start and select buttons will work again. So I actually made a video about that on my channel like years ago. And people still sometimes find it today and watch it and comment on it and say that it helped them. So I'm always really happy to see that. But yeah, weird. Super Nintendo is weird like that. Oddly, I've never had the same problem with the NES controller, so I don't know if like the rubbery, whatever they did for the buttons is like different on the NES controller. But as you can see, I'm pausing just fine throughout this this playthrough here, because it's very important that your pause button works. No! When I jumped there was no thing yet. Okay, 5-3 done. Again, we haven't continued yet, so we're almost at World 6. If we can get the World 6 without a continue, that makes me quite happy. Astafu, have to head to bed. Thanks again, and everyone, remember to smash that like button. Thank you so much, Astafu. Thanks again for the super chat. Really wonderful to hear from you, and hope you have a great night. Let me see here. Huh. That was really rare for the purple ball to go like perfectly down the side. That's not something that usually happens. Oh. Like, this game, you are really outnumbered. There are just so many enemies on screen at once that keeping track of where they're all going to land is, like, impossible. Oh, no! I'm doing really well except for that darn purple one at the bottom right. And again, things were going good till Sam decided to show up. A green ball again soon would be great. Well, there's nothing we can do about Coily now. Just kind of have to bide our time until hopefully the ball shows up. Ooh! Okay. How do I get that? Look at this! I'm gonna have the red ball on the left and Coily on the right. I got killed by two things at once. Beautiful. Well done, Q-Bert. Oh boy. And of course, this is the part of the game where everything usually starts to fall apart. Come on, green ball. You're my only hope to help me escape from this. I've wrecked my like whole board. It was looking so beautiful. There he is. Can we get him? Probably not. Yes. Now I need to survive till like, there's another one. Oh! After all that, this game is insane. Just absolutely insane. Let me see here. Oh, Block Frog and Daniel having a chat there about different things. Very good. Yeah, hope everyone's having a great night. Thanks for watching Q-Bert. This is me playing Q-Bert. It's pretty amazing. Oh, that's a terrible disc usage. Just terrible. Disgusting, and like 40 different flavors right there. No! Another case where Sam showed up. The instant the level would have been done. And like, that's not even an exaggeration. Like, it was literally a millisecond away from being complete. Nope. Oh boy. Again, you can afford to die once per level, but there's always those levels that make sure it drains like half of your life stock. Now again, that's a really rare sighting for that red ball to go perfectly down the left side. Never happens, except of course right now. This is surprisingly okay. Ooh, hey, if that guy comes to the right. Come on, come on. Nope. No, those green balls always make sure they go in the direction that's least convenient. Somehow that was way better than the last level, even though there's like almost no difference between them. Okay. Now, what should we do with this? Of course. And, you know, just when you're kind of starting to get things into a good spot again, you know, Sam shows up. Like, it's almost like you should only go towards the bottom of the screen when time is frozen. Which, I mean, sounds like a good strategy, but that's just a lot of time to have to burn before the green balls show up. Nope. Okay, 6-2. I think we've only used one continue so far, so it could be worse. David Ray, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. Thank you for the good luck wishes. Hey. Remember, Q-Bert is like a freaking tank. Like, you press the button to move in a certain direction, and it is not instantaneous by any means. It takes like 4 years. You would think you were using dial-up internet. Dang it. Again, we'd be almost done, but Sam has done us a favor here by messing up half the board. Very nice. Ugh. When it rains, it pours in this game. It really does. No! Like, you're in the air on your way to land on it. It should just let you land on it. Ugh, that level was ridiculous. Just awful. Remember that Adam Sandler movie with Q-Bert and Donkey Kong? So a friend and I actually recently watched it. Pixel, I think it was called, Pixels. And yeah, we just recently watched it. I didn't see it at launch, and I was talking to a friend about it, and he's like, yeah, we should watch that. So, you know, we totally didn't watch it online streamed. We definitely got together and watched it, you know, in person on the DVD. But no, it was great. You know, it was cool seeing those references. I'm not usually such you know, much of an Adam Sandler movie person, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, it just knows. You know, it just gives you that little bit of hope that maybe you can grab it. And of course not. Ugh. Stop it! Just stop going the wrong way! Ugh. Oh, another situation where that freaking guy showed up. Right at the worst time. It happens so often, it's not funny. Like, I had that level done, and then Sam came down and was like, no, you shall feel pain. And pain was felt. Hopefully we get a Donkey Kong movie. So it's really neat. Universal Studios Japan is currently building a Donkey Kong area to go along with their Mario area. And I don't know if like the American parks will be the same, but well, that's pretty neat. It's funny how, you know, the Mario movie really kind of, you know, sandwiches Donkey Kong and Mario together in that way. Like they're, you know, they're very much the same universe from that angle. I mean, I guess as they always would be expected to be in the Nintendo universe. I don't usually think about it though. It's not like, you know, I don't think about you know, Donkey Kong Country is my favorite Mario game. You know, obviously they're very separate, but in terms of what it seemed like Nintendo tried to do with the movie, I mean, they're kind of like the same thing almost, which is interesting. So we've kind of hit a bumper here. Like, we'll probably get to the beginning of World 7. Oh, did it run out again? And then, you know, we're kind of in the same situation we were last time. You know, that's kind of the threshold we're reaching before we run out of lives. So I don't know what our strategy should be to extend that. If I had known that was coming, it would have been great. So we're in a situation right here where I can't win because the block that I was on would always be the wrong color, so I had to do a thing like that. Ugh. Can you imagine King K. Rool on the big screen? Honestly, I just want to see King K. Rool in a video game again. You know, not Smash Brothers, obviously, but you know, I think what they did for the return games was cool. You know, they wanted to introduce some new enemies, but we're all waiting for K. Rool to come back, I think. So that will be neat. The theory was always that, you know, because of Rare or something, you know, they couldn't bring K. Rool back, but it was confirmed that wasn't the case. So, you know, I don't know what's keeping them so long. But yeah, aside from the re-release of Tropical Freeze, there hasn't been much Donkey Kong content recently. I guess Mario vs. Donkey Kong is, you know, Donkey Kong finally being in a game again. I'm just in a mess here. Yeah, so that was actually not the direction I had to press. Like, World 7 is kind of where we've hit. And you know, that's only 2/3 of the way through the game. So what should we do? What should we do? Well, hello there. Mandatory death equals design flaw. Yeah, this game is like 36 and a half design flaws, honestly. It's got problems, and you know, it would be a lot more enjoyable if it didn't force you to play so much of it. Like if it ended again after, you know, World 6 around there, that would have been great, but the fact that we just have to do 3 more worlds of that exact same thing still before we reach the end is kind of nuts. But thanks for watching the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Yeah, I agree, Block Frog. Definitely would have been cooler with some Kremlings in there. And yeah, if there's another Returns game, it better have some Kremlings. But alright, I guess we'll try again. The night is still young, as I look up there. Probably take a break for a second, and then we'll get started with our next run. Again, to everyone who's joining, thanks so much. Hope you're having a nice night. All right, and we're back. Pow Puck with the swearing. Watch it, Pow Puck. Any more swearing like that? And it's the band hammer for you. Now, good to see you. I hope you're having a great night. Like a Snowmad K. Rool could have been so cool. Yeah, like K. Rool could have been incorporated into any of the Returns games if they had wanted to, but they just didn't want to. So, but yeah, if there's a Returns 3, there has to be K. Rool in it. So here we go with another run of Q-Bert. I think the strategy I'm going to do is we're going to go full concentration mode. If anyone sends any messages, I'll reply to them between levels. So please don't think that I'm ignoring you. But yeah, we'll see how that works out. So with that, let's get into our next run here. Bedtime Block Frog. Well, thanks so much for stopping by the stream. Hope you had some fun. It was great hearing about what you've been up to, and hope you have a great night. Thank you for the luck. We're definitely going to be needing it because Q-Bert is a game of skill for sure, but I'll be darned if I don't say there's some luck in there too. And he's back at it, says the game room. Oh, don't you worry. We'll be at it until we beat it. Which, who knows, this could take like half a year. So buckle in. It's going to be a wild ride. But thanks for stopping by the game room. Hope you have fun. And Blockfrog again, thanks for coming by the stream. Hope you have a great night. In that case, I accidentally, when I respawned, because when you respawn, it's like you just want to get going again. So I forget that when you respawn, it's not to the block that you were jumping to, but to the block that you jumped from. So I had the wrong direction held down, and it messed up the, I'm not going to take 2 deaths in the first world. 1's bad enough, but 2, we might as well just start over. I've never seen the Q-Bert cartoon. No. Does it accurately portray just how tough the game is? Oh, all those classic cartoons. Good old Green Mega Man and Captain N. Who could forget? Ah, just barely. Again, after getting to the later levels, when you come back and play the earlier ones, it's tough to wrap your head around just how slow it is. You get bonus points for ending like right in the middle, or right at the top. But again, Powpuck, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Really? I'll have to look into that then, Powpuck. Thank you. Alright, back to 1-4 again. Here we go. Oh. Alright, one world down. You hear someone in Japan is making an AMD Ryzen dual screen system that looks like a 3DS. Maybe they're making the Switch too. I wonder, do you think Nintendo will ever go back to like a dual screen? Like they could have a Switch with like you know, a sliding screen that comes out the bottom, and then you could have like 3DS games on it. I don't know. That'd be cool. But cool if someone's making something like that. That'd be great for 3DS emulation then. Very cool. I agree, Powpuck. I think that no, I like the 3DS how it folds. I think the same about the Game Boy Advance SP. You know, the AGS 101 with that really nice backlit screen. I still use those when I'm just playing a Game Boy Advance game that looks absolutely wonderful. So yeah, the clamshell design was really neat. You know, it's back from when flip phones were all the rage. Anything that flipped open and closed was like super advanced back then. Game Freak 924, GBA SP walked so DS could run. It's so true. You know, I didn't actually have a Game Boy Advance SP when they were the new thing, because I didn't get one, and then the DS was announced like a year later anyway, so I just waited for that. But totally, I think now that the Game Boy Advance SP is really cool, and yeah, they're still worth picking up in my opinion if you're big into GBA. Clamshell the best for screen protection? Absolutely, exactly. Alright, so we've had one death so far. Again, if you can afford to die just once per level, that's not too bad. Oh no, oh no. Well, speaking of dying, that's what happens. Wait, how? I'm literally in the air and that somehow hit me. Ah, and then the green ball shows up right after that. Ugh. I think your SP and 3DS, or you use your SP and 3DS more than the Switch these days. Better portability and larger diverse library of games really does a lot for me. To me, like, I completely agree. They're both wonderful. The Switch, really, I can't complain about the library too much, though. It's just been phenomenal to see how it's grown. So much third-party support. But no, you know, DS and Game Boy / Game Boy Advance. How can you go wrong with those? Yeah, so Coily starts like the purple ball, and then when he gets to the bottom, he kind of hones in on you. He'll come directly after you, which makes him such a massive pain. But getting him to jump off the edge clears all enemies from the screen, which is really nice. But those discs on the left and right are limited, so you need to be really strategic in how you use them. Still gotta get a replacement DS, but the thought alone of what that must cost these days gives you anxiety. We were talking about how ridiculous DS and 3DS prices are, consoles and games these days. Despite the fact that they're not even that old yet, like especially the 3DS, there's no reason that new 3DSs or you know, 3DS games that released in plentiful supply, why are they so expensive? It's crazy to see that for, you know, a console generation that wasn't that long ago. There's not much excuse. Would you believe that Sony owns Q-Bert? Yet they didn't put them in their Smash, like, wow, that PlayStation All-Stars beat 'em up. That was so fascinating, and it would have been cool if it did well, but you just can't rip off the Smash Brothers formula, I guess. Only Sakurai knows what he's doing there. But yeah, that's funny. I never really thought about Sony owning Q-Bert, and yeah, it would have made sense, I guess. Not sure what he would have done for all of his attacks, but yeah, he should have been in there somewhere. Q-Bert as a fighter. Yeah, maybe someday Sony will try that again. The PS3, like that whole generation, I thought all the companies were doing some really cool, innovative ideas. Where, I don't know, has the PS5 really had like a, whoa, game from Sony? I know PS4 had Knack, and Knack 2, Knack, everyone's favorites. But I can't think of the PS5 game that like really, really wows everyone. I know there's a Spider-Man one that people like. But that's not really like Sony. Lemmings, they own Lemmings? Oh my god, NES Lemmings is brutal. Ugh. Yeah, black and white. Yeah, if you were on a black and white TV, or yeah, definitely for those who may not be the best with color. Yeah, this game certainly is not friendly for them. I guess they could probably fix that by adding like numbers to the blocks these days or something. Is there like a modern version of Q-Bert? I think someone was saying Q-Bert 2023 in the chat yesterday. I don't know if they were serious about that or not, but but if there is. And I was also mentioning how there's apparently Q-Bert 3 on Super Nintendo. Maybe if we beat this after enough months have passed and the trauma's disappeared, we'll check out Q-Bert 3 on Super Nintendo. Sony owns Spider-Man, don't they? Oh, okay. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense then. That makes sense. Here I am. You'll tell very quickly I'm not a comic book superhero nerd guy. But that's cool for those who are. Damon, they should make two-player Q-Bert. Yeah, like two-player simultaneous co-op Q-Bert. I would dig that. That would be really cool. This game is two-player, but it's like alternate play, so it doesn't really mean much. There's a 2014 Q-Bert that's pretty fun. It's set on a hex grid instead of cubes. Interesting. Yeah, like there's a lot you could do with this formula, but this game just insists on 36 levels of literally the exact same thing. So, here we are, 4-3. We're kind of trudging our way along. Almost halfway. Ugh. Let's see. Hasbro Interactive's Q-Bert for PS1, Dreamcast, PC is worth looking at. Okay, yeah, I might actually have the PS1 version now that you mentioned it, or at least I've seen it, so maybe if I ever come across it, I'll pick it up. Yeah, that was an era of like a lot of weird arcade game reboots. Like I owned Centipede back in the day. I think it came out of like a discount bin for $5 or $10, and it includes like the original arcade Centipede, but then also like a 3D adventure interpretation of it. Very strange. So I'd be interested to see what maybe they do with Q-Bert in that regard. Have I tried out any of the new NES games people have made? Games like Full Quiet is pretty neat stuff. So, I have played and beaten both of the Battle Kid games. Absolutely phenomenal games. Really, really love them. But aside from that, I haven't touched too much homebrew stuff, with my theory always being like, I have so many of the official NES games I still need to beat that, you know, to go after the homebrew ones. Well, it seems wrong when I still have so many of, like, you know, the original NES games. But since I'm almost done working my way through them, I say, as I still have like 250 to go, you know, I'm definitely very open to looking at more homebrew, Famicom, ROM hacks, all that sort of stuff, you know, once I'm done with the main NES library, and I'm quite looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm always happy to hear suggestions for homebrew. People might think maybe I should have a look at. Sony owns movies and games, right? The Spider-Man. Well, Marvel/Disney owns comics and TV. That's so weird, Walter. And thank you so much. Hope you're having a great night, Walter. Thanks for commenting and stopping by. The official Q-Bert board game. I have the Ms. Pac-Man one. I don't think I've ever played it. I have the Ms. Pac-Man board game, and I have the Super Mario Bros. Ladder game, which is just so ridiculous. But that was what they did back then. They tried to turn video games into board games for some reason. Like, you know, just play the board game. Or just play the video game, rather. But, oh well. I had apparently the 80s Q-Bert was the second most licensed video game character for toys. That's interesting. Hasbro Frogger see, yeah, that's another one. Actually, yeah, I played Frogger back in the day too. I had a 3D, interpretation of it. Very, very neat. Let's see. And when are we getting a new AAA Frogger title and movie tie-in? There's a lot of Frogger games. You know, you look at that generation and even the next one. Like, there's GameCube Frogger games. You know, the PS2 ones. Like, yeah, there was just this big revival of arcade games during those two generations, which was really interesting. But yeah, I guess that's kind of died off a bit. They brought back Pac-Man World though. There was Pac-Man World Repack on the Switch. That was pretty cool. Too bad it wasn't like a collection of all three of them, but yeah, just, you know, Pac-Man's another example of that for sure. There's also a Battlezone game during that reboot era. It was super technical resource management that you couldn't get into as a kid. Weird, very interesting. But yeah, I love that they tried to do that. You know, 3D became a thing, and suddenly they tried to turn everything that was 2D into 3D, including the kitchen sink. And for some things it worked, others it didn't, but heck, you can't blame them for trying, I guess. Now, see, I hate to waste a life there like that, but, you know, that one life wasted could save 2 lives. You don't know. But 6 lives going into the second half now. We just passed the halfway point of the game, which makes sense that that's what happens then, because this is the last level formation you ever see. From every level now through 9-4, the discs are in the exact same spot. So it's like even the game admits that this is really as far as it should go. But from what I've heard, there's an ending after 9-4. If anybody wants to confirm that, maybe I was rickrolled or something, but but I'm pretty sure you have to beat up to 9-4 to actually say you've beat this game. Let's see, there was So that's kind of the situation we're in. So now everything's the same for the next 20 levels. So hope you enjoy. It's just a matter of keeping your head in the game. Ooh, it's hard to concentrate. This game really does a number on you. But all right, here we go. So you see that? That's a very rare situation where the block I was jumping to is the same block that I spawned on. Okay. Do I want him to jump on that? Something like that, maybe? Yes. Ooh, okay. World 5 down. 4 to go. That was terrible. Just absolutely terrible. But the lives burned on that one. Something about World 6. Once I get to World 6, I just start making dumb mistakes. Ooh, okay. Let's put that behind us, though. We've been doing really well. Like, the lives have been in really good supply. Again, the one thing I can't complain about this game, thankfully, is that every 12,000 points you get a life. And that gives you some opportunity for some massive lives. But look at the score counter. It has a millions digit, 7 digits. If you are crazy enough to play this game to get 1,000,000 points, I want to see that run. But good use. Thank you, Damon. Thank you. The pause tone is now the soundtrack to this game. Pow Puck. Ugh. Like Konami, they could have added an option for music or something. Come on, Konami. You're interested to know my least favorite game I've beat on the NES so far, Andrew, and will Q-Bert take over that position? So there's been some really rough ones like Airwolf, the Mutant Virus, so some really really rough ones. And then there's some ones like Ikari Warriors, which I have to go back and do a proper run of. But this, this ranks up there as, like, I'd probably still rather play this than Airwolf, for example. At least it's not a first-person simulation helicopter awful controls game. This is manageable, and I think we'll get it sooner than later. But yeah, it's a rough one for sure. But okie dokie then, 6-3. Almost 2/3 of the way there. I hate it. Why couldn't there even 8 worlds would be nice, but 9? Who chose 9? I want to know who chose 9. What's waiting for me in the T games? Top Gun? So yeah, Top Gun was one of my childhood games, and while I never beat it, I'm not anticipating it's going to be that bad. Like, I know you have to land the plane. It's a popular meme these days, but I don't know. There's Laser Invasion, which was a later NES Konami release, and it has first person flying sections similar to Top Gun, but much more refined. Laser Invasion is a phenomenal game, one of my NES favorites. And yeah, so it kind of builds on top of what Top Gun did and actually creates an enjoyable first-person flying shoot-'em-up experience. But yeah, I know the Top Gun games are going to be a bit rough. What else is tough in the T's? There's quite a few T games. There's like 90 games that start with S. And then quite a few that start with T after that. Just looking at the shelf right now, like Track and Field. There's a lot of Konami games that start with T, actually. I'm looking forward to Treasure Master. I'm definitely going to stream that one. I'm going to see if we can get the code. And if I can get the code, maybe we'll call the number and see if we win a prize. I can't land the plane, AVGN. Oh, Damon, I have streamed The Last Starfighter on my channel because I don't consider when I consider the alphabetizing. So I actually streamed that, and it was like a 6-hour stream, but we beat it at the end. It was like halfway through the stream, we had a really good run that we made it to the last level. I choked, of course, like always. And then it was like another 3 hours before we finally got the winning run. But yeah, if you want to see pain, The Last Starfighter stream is on my channel right now. But good thinking. Yeah, that's another one that was really frustrating. Right up there with those other ones I mentioned. So yeah, Ghostbusters is another one I streamed. I was shocked that we were able to beat that in one night. Dragon's Lair I streamed. So I've actually streamed some pretty tough NES games. If you want to see some pretty ridiculous runs, check out those live streams. I note in the title of the streams if it's a full playthrough or not. That sounds about right, Damon. Let's hope it's not the same for Q-Bert here. But thank you all who are watching and enjoying. Hope you're having a nice night. But okay, 6-4 again. After this, we'll be 2/3 of the way there. Still all of our continues though, although I probably just jinxed it by saying that. The Ninja Turtles. I've actually beat them all. Powpuck, I grew up with the Ninja Turtle games, so they're done, finished, never to be spoken of. Except Tournament Fighters. I don't know much about that, but I know that, the original, I beat that back when I was a kid. I used to take that to friends' houses all the time. The original Ninja Turtles was great. Ninja Turtles 2 and 3, beat 'em ups. They were fun to beat, but yeah, Tournament Fighters is the only one there, so thankfully, I've already cleared those off my list. But I'm sure we'll stream them again someday too, because they're fun. But anyway, 6-4. Wow, that was a phenomenal run. Like, that was just... like, it all comes down... like, there's just so much luck involved, I feel, in this game. But so that was a lucky run. 6-4 somehow just destroying it there. Toxic Crusaders is notoriously bad. Okay, so is it bad or is it hard? Because I can deal with bad. But if it's bad and hard, then that's another story. Like, this is not bad. It's just kind of rough around the edges. And it's not Konami's fault. It's just kind of... the kind of game that Q-Bert is. Shredder's Revenge. Excuse me. Shredder's Revenge. Oh, like the new one. No, I haven't. I've not beat that one. Let's hope Andrew streams Snake Rattle and Roll. It gets tough if you want to play 2-player. You'll come to Canada and show me, Damon. So that's a rare game, right? So rare games are pretty rough. Cobra Triangle, I think, was another rare one. And they always have limited continues, no free pass to the end in those games, and so yeah, they usually take me a couple tries to learn the game and figure that all out. So of course, Battletoads Double Dragon, one of my favorite NES games, made by Rare, but again, those limited continues and unforgiving difficulty at times. But yeah, Snake Rattle and Roll, I've heard good things about, so I'm looking forward to that. But okay, 2/3 down, 1 to go. uh, Wizards and Warriors have infinite continues. Not that it stops them from being rough. For sure, you know, infinite continues can make a big difference in terms of difficulty, because at least, you know, you're not replaying the earlier parts over and over again. But you know, the Mutant Virus, for example, has infinite continues, and that game can be brutal. It means nothing if you know, you're still going to spend hours learning the levels and it's still going to be just as frustrating to play. So yeah, the Mutant Virus definitely up there. One of the only games that ever made me leave my NES on overnight. The other one was Orb 3D, where that game seems so innocent in the beginning. It seems so like it shouldn't be a big deal. But by the time you get to the end, the ridiculous things it makes you do with the awful controls, I just did not want to have to replay it. So I forced myself until like 5, it was like 5 or 6 in the morning I played it until. And I had to go somewhere. I had to be somewhere for like 10:30 the next day. So at 5:30, around 6, I said, okay, that's enough. But I'm not going to turn it off. There's no way. So I just left the console on all night, went to bed. All night. Technically all morning by that point. I woke up around 9:30. Ate breakfast, brushed my teeth. I had a few minutes before I was supposed to leave the house, and I said, you know what? I just why not? Let's just spend a couple minutes trying to figure it out. And I was at level 29 out of 30, I think it is. And I actually got level 29 done in that just moment that I tried before I left the house. And so I'm at the last level, and I said, there's no way I'm leaving and risking the console like shutting off or something while I'm gone. So unfortunately, I was a few minutes late to the thing I was supposed to go to, but I beat Orb 3D. And it all ended up working out. But Orb 3D, my goodness. Just you wouldn't think that game would be so brutal, but it absolutely is. It hurts your head to play, but okay. 7-2, 5 lives, 3 continues. Can't complain too much. 7-2. But Wizards and Warriors, yeah, I hear good things about those games. And while I've, of course, you know, I remember, you know, trying out the first one and such, have not ever given them honest runs, so I'm looking forward to getting to those. Did you just see me jump right through Sam? Like, what was that? So I can phase through things now if, like, you know, the game decides that's how it wants it to be? Like, oh boy. Alright, we need another green ball bad. This level's kind of falling apart with no discs left. And look at all these freaking guys! Like 5 enemies on screen at once! How do you deal with that? Well, it was a nice run while it lasted. Oh, here's Sam to make sure we have no fun whatsoever. Okay, good. Wow. Yeah, I can do this. No! Yes! Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, sometimes I can jump over them, but it seems very inconsistent if I can jump through them. You think you played Wizards and Warriors on Sega? The NES games. See, I only know the NES ones. There was 3 of them, although they called it Wizards and Warriors, and then the second one was called Iron Sword with the subtitle Wizards and Warriors 2. So where do you put it on the shelf? Do you put it under I? So then you have Wizards and Warriors 1 and 3 in like a separate section on your shelf? Or do you put them together and it looks really wrong because the top says Iron Sword, so it looks like on your shelf it goes Wizards and Warriors Iron Sword and then Wizards and Warriors 3. Ugh, I hated when NES games did weird numbering things like that. Very, very silly. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's just disgusting. That was terrible right there. But do you see, we're almost done World 7. And that will be a record here at the stream. Oh, oh God. That was a really poor playthrough there. So 200,000 points I have listed on my sheet here. You know, just because it's so you know you don't have to do the math in your head on the fly. You know, when you reach different 1-up thresholds, and the highest one that I wrote was 100,000, 198,000. So you know the fact that we've exceeded that's pretty interesting. That means that the next one up comes at 210,000. So can we get there? Can we do just a little bit more? If we could get the World 8 without continuing, that'd actually be phenomenal. And don't forget, 3 continues give us 5 levels each. How many levels do we have left? 12, 13, right? So technically we have more lives at our disposal than we have levels remaining if we can only die once per each remaining level. Plus, you know, there's going to be extra lives. It's my game to lose at this point, but to those longtime watchers of the channel, you know I'm better at that than I wish I was. But thank you all for your support in the chat. Let's get back to it. Alright, so that was our first game over at 7-4. Two continues remaining, 15 lives. Let's see what we can do. You consulted Strategy Wiki, and it says Slick and Sam don't damage Q-Bert. Slick and Sam. So Sam, so Sam's the green guy, yeah. So you can catch him and you'll stop him from changing the color of the tiles. Slick, I'll need to be reminded of exactly what that's referring to. If that's the green ball, then yeah, we're good in that regard too. Yeah, the green ones for sure. Yep, that's definitely part of the strategy, is grabbing those green guys. But thanks for looking into that. It's Ugg in Wrong Way. Those are the 2 purple guys that show up at the bottom left and right. Those are the guys who, like, sometimes it seems like they don't hurt you, but others they do. That's ridiculous. That level sucked, but it's done. It's done. Alright. World 8. How many lives did that blow? Okay. I think I lost 2. Because I got an extra one somehow. So alright. 4 lives remaining in this try. 2 worlds to go, everybody. 2 worlds. I don't know. It's 8 levels. It's kind of overwhelming. Starting to freak out. Okay. Oh, yeah, they're Slick and Sam. You're right. I always just call them all Sam because they're kind of look similar. In the heat of the game, you don't have any time to look at if he's wearing sunglasses or not. Wrong Way is the pig-looking purple guy, and Ugg is the one that looks like a crust booger. You may have been way too invested in Q-Bert as a child. Don't. Hey, but I'm really happy. I appreciate that you're enjoying the stream and sharing the knowledge. It's great. You're almost there. Keep it up. Keep your cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Just awful. Just absolutely awful. What a waste of the second continue. I don't know what it was with this level. I just everything was out for me. Just everything. I'm not sure what to make of that, but that was really bad. But okay, maybe that was just a fluke run. Now we're gonna have like 3 levels here where we don't even die. I'll take it. Like, I don't know, I guess World 8, maybe they pick up the enemies or something? Like, it just seems like a lot more brutal than it was a couple minutes ago, but I could be making that up. I can definitely tell that those guys don't want you to pick them up. Maybe the AI for those has changed a little to be even more awful. Nope. Okay. Ooh! Oh! You don't think you've ever beaten the Q-Bert? Things really do ramp up in 7, 8, 9. Oh god. Enemies spawn more frequently. Beautiful. My favorite. But okay, we're done with 8-1. Maybe that's a good omen. Maybe 7 more levels to go. Wow, World 8 is ridiculous. It's like a whole other beast. Like, it's nuts. You have no time to do anything because, we were doing so well. I need more practice in World 8. That's clear. Clearly. Thank you, David. I'm so sorry, but the Elite Dragon subscribing. Must be really into that Q-Bert action. Thank you. I just can't believe it. Like, look at, like, it's just World 8. There's just something about World 8 that's messed with my mind. But we have 5 lives left to go. We're not out for the count yet. 7 levels left. Maybe we'll get lucky. No, I was sandwiched in there. There was nothing I could do. Oh, I see that. Like, it just never stops. There's no break to do anything. The whole game essentially devolves into just waiting for the invincibility ball to appear, which kind of sucks. Like, do I want him to change that, or do I want to get to it first? Oh no! Like, he's in the air. If Q-Bert is in the air, he should be invincible. Nothing should hurt him. If you end up following for content, if you end up throwing for content, you're Q-Bert. Okay. Q-Bert pro tips. Let's see. 8-3. Okay, here we go. So close. We're so close. 4 lives with extra ones coming. 6 levels to go. What a waste. We were so close too. Ugh. Of course, okay. That was wrong, but... Whoa! I think that was 1 death, and that's the rule. You can die once per level, although, considering how many lives we've blown, I guess maybe that's not so true anymore. Okay. Well, somehow 8-3 was really easy, so I don't know what to say about that. Oh. Ooh. I would have loved that. But there's no way. I would just waste time trying to chase it. No! I would have been done if not for this guy. Ah! I'm done if Sam doesn't show up and mess it up. Okay. Well, that would have been great. Alright, look at that one little freaking one down there. Okay, everyone, World 9! We're going to World 9! With 5 lives. You know how many levels are left? 4! Which means at least 1 life per level. Oh, God. Ooh, yes. Okay. Now where do I go? Where do I go? Somewhere like this or something. Ooh, another one. Ah, of course it's going the wrong way. Maybe I gave up on it too quick, maybe not. Frickin' Sam has to wreck the whole left side. Thank you very much. Oh, here he is again. Alright, yeah, this is not gonna end well. No discs left. No way to really fix anything. Just gotta wait for a green ball. But look at that, I'm just wrecking more of the board than I'm fixing at this point. It was a fun run while it lasted. Ooh. There he is. My only friend in this game. Yes! Ugh. Like, that's the only strategy in this game, is to wait until the green ball shows up and you can actually do something when you're not being freaking chased. The end is nigh, says the game room. Oh, just imagine if I could beat this level without dying. That'd be hilarious. Like, but look at that. Look at all of the pain just waiting to get me. Like, where do I go? Where do I go? My next move has to be down to the left. Because going up in any capacity is going to be bad. So that's just wrecking another good blue block. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If I could get one more green ball, somehow survive to one more. But I have to go down again. My next move has to be down because the red ball can get me. And that's just wrecking more of my beautiful board. And it has to be down again. Now it can be up. Now it can be up. No! You're supposed to move and not hurt me. Hey, see, any other time I jump over that guy. But not when it really matters most. Oh, and then the victory was done, but Sam had to be like, nope, not today. If I just had another continue, could you imagine how good of shape we'd be in? But that's Andrew. Wasting lives, Andrew. Wild Eye, you're here. Well, if I beat this, then I have to play frickin' flip-flop or whatever we were talking about earlier. 4 lives, 3 levels. I don't think I did that right. Ugh. I'm starting to frump around. Ooh. Look at that guy. They're wrecking my day. You were so into it that you were time traveling and astral projecting. Okay. 4 lives, 2 levels, 2 lives per level. What do I do with this? This is really early to be getting a ball. Stupid, Andrew, stupid. Ah, my beautiful board. I'm gonna have to wreck my beautiful board. Damon, you lost connection. We're on 9-3. Yeah, but this is it, Damon. 3 lives to go. 64,000 points. When's my next one up? At 66. So, okay. We got reinforcements coming. But this is looking scary. Like, really scary. Okay, now where do I go? I guess down this side. Oh, yes, please. Give me that freaking invincibility now. Okay. I can't go down, so we're using the disc. That's how this has to be. Well, that's a 1 up. Back up to 4 again. It's my last disc. Well, kind of. There's that weird one on the right there. Yes. Look at that. Whoa! Whoa! Ooh. That was so dumb. Look at this guy again, already. Messing up my nice board. Where's a green ball? I could really use it. I just need a green ball to tie up these loose ends. This is really rough. There it is. Ah. Okay. There's no discs left. If I could get a green ball, the game is done. It's over. I'm putting it in the box, putting it in the trash. We never have to touch it again, but it's of course not that simple. And half the board is suddenly bad again. Who even hit me? I did not see that. Whatever that was. There it is. No! I think I did it. I think I did it. I don't need more. I don't think I've cried beating an NES game before. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Q-Bert done. Jamie, Evan, Wild Eye, Damon, the games room. You all just got to witness history. I think a single-digit number of people have ever beat this game legit. And you can say you saw it live. like, you were not wrong about, like, your mind is, like, jumping dimensions by the time you get to the end. Like, I was barely seeing the board. It was like a blur. Wow. How long did I go without any continues? I think I ran out of them on, like, 8-2. That was insane. I'm so happy I got it on stream. I'm just so happy. No one would have believed it if it wasn't. Oh, where's another water bottle? Here we go. There we go. When you say your consciousness is expanded in some way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're in the 4th or 5th dimension now, I can tell you that. Now do it without using the pause button. Let's go, the game room. After you, the game room. After you. Show me how it's done. You're getting to be the arcade cabinet for Christmas, Damon? Who would think that freaking Q-Bert, the most innocent looking game cartridge of all time, would contain such a freaking murderous game within? Okay, well, it looks like the game clearly loops, so I don't think it's right to turn it off at this point. I guess we have to keep going until we die. So we'll find out if the second loop is any different. Again, we're one of the few who have made it this far. I guess we should cherish the moment. Arcade is the real version. NES version doesn't count. Turns out, whoops, I was playing this on an emulator the whole time. Now I have to do it legit. No, this is so. For the record, this is the original, the real NES Q-Bert cartridge being played on an AV Famicom official Nintendo console with an official Nintendo NES controller with an official everything else. so it's legit. The only thing not Nintendo brand is the TV. It's not like on the Sharp whatever it is that they released. Christian shows up after. Hi, Christian. Hi, Christian. Yeah, Damon, sure. I'd love to hear it. Okay. So, round 2. Instead of just starting on the left side and moving right, start by locking in the bottom 2 rows, head to a corner and work across the bottom. If you take a disc to the top, aim for the other. Oh my gosh, this is too you know what state my brain is in right now? Do you think it's in any mode to understand new Q-Bert strats? I appreciate it, Damon, but I think we're just going to do the classic strat, and if we game over, then I can throw the game into the garbage and we never have to play it again. So don't hold back that moment. I'm excited for that moment. That's awful, Christian. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, so that's like the, like the Q-Bert professional strat? Is there like a, Q-Bert dojo I can go to and meet all of the Q-Bert sensei out there? Teach me how to play this game? I'm still shaking. Ugh. Like, there's no need for this. I'm not going for a high score, and I don't even think the game shows you, like, your high score on the title screen, so I'll have to go back into the stream to get it. I think we had over 200,000, right? Like, you find me the person who's actually hit 7 digits of Q-Bert's score, and I want to shake their hand, because I don't think it's ever been done. Yeah, this is just the same game again. It's not even any more difficult. Well, no. I game over in Q-Bert, everybody. I'm really sad. It's done. You love playing Q-Bert on the SNES? Yeah, we talked about how there's Q-Bert 3 on the Super Nintendo. I guess I have to beat that. What's Q-Bert 2? I think YS Bunny was saying that Q-Bert 2 is actually the Game Boy one. So someday we'll play that, but not today. But Wild Eye, are you still here? How to Get 1 Million Points at Q-Bert, published in 1984. But so that would have to be with the arcade version, because this version was released 1989. So I'm curious if it's any easier in that version or not. But Daniel, we're done. We beat Q-Bert, and I promised you, Wild Eye, if I did it, I would play Lot Lot for like 5 minutes before I go to bed, and I wake up tomorrow questioning if this was all a dream or not. Round 3, Christian. We're done. Q-Bert, done. I'm getting up right now to throw the game out. We won't speak of it again. It's on stream. It's all there. The proof is there. I'll timestamp it when we're done. Otherwise, never again. This one's for you, Wild Eye. This one's for you. Now, laugh at my Lot skills, because I probably haven't played this game in like years. YouTube shuts down. Uh-oh. Should I end the stream before like it cuts it off? Okay, 1 round of Lot, Wild Eye. 1 round of Lot. Alright, the balls are coming. And you gotta click... Wait, did I go to 2 players? I thought there was only supposed to be 1. Oh, no, that's right. So, yeah. So you click it, and then it moves to that one. Yeah, okay. Right, something like this. So this is Wild Eye's favorite game. Hopefully Wild Eye will explain to you all why in the chat. I need to read the instruction manual so I have a better understanding of it. But basically, there's the 2 arrows, and when you press the A button, the position of the balls changes, so like it will swap with where the 2 arrows are pointing. But I'm only moving the red one. I don't know how the green one moves. Like, is there something I should be doing to make it move in certain spots? But yeah, so yeah, again, this is Lot, an official Famicom game. And I think we need to get like 20,000 to beat the level, so we're working our way there. As I'm sure you figured out, depending on what the number of points it says, that's how many points you get for each ball. It's a ghost. The green, your ghost. Oh! So it goes where I... Oh! Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So yeah, we're learning new things. And Q-Bert too. No, this is not Q-Bert. For all you who are joining now, I'm sorry you missed it. The world's greatest gaming moment in history, you missed. Oh, so it ghosts your move. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it seemed really random, but no, that makes sense. Okay, I like it now. I like it. And now how come there's no balls coming? Now, we just played a game with dropping balls that are going to give me nightmares for years. Didn't really need any more of them, but here we are. Looks like Plinko. Man, I loved Plinko. We were talking about The Price is Right yesterday, actually. Kind of funny. Alright, come on. So you get those red ones, and they kind of clog up everything, so it kind of sucks. Oh no, okay, well. There you go. Almost at 20,000, I think is what we were going for. Uh-oh. So yeah, you don't want them to go into the out section, otherwise you're gonna lose. Okay, we need like 2 more points. Let's get like 2 more points. Alright, this should do it. This should hopefully do it. Almost. Almost. Oh, come on. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay. Oh, come on. So close. So yeah, now that I know it ghosts, that's really interesting. Alright, so that takes you... The balls change color. I think we're done now, right? That's the end of the first level? Something like that. Why? I don't know. But yeah, Wild Eye, we finally played Lot. Or wait, maybe it was 25,000. I'll try to do 25. But I think we beat it. Okay, round cleared. There you go. We beat a round of Lot. But if it's true that YouTube's going down, I should probably end the stream before it breaks or something. And nobody can go back and see my victory run later. So thank you all for joining the Q-Bert stream. We actually beat NES Q-Bert again. Something very rare. Probably not going to see that too often. And I really appreciate all of you who were there giving me support the whole time. Astafu again with the $5 super chat earlier. Thank you so much. Christian showing up right at the end, but I appreciate it. And just everyone. You know, Wild Eye, Daniel, Damon, Christian, all you guys. Thank you so much for your support throughout the night. Hope you enjoyed that. And again, later this week we'll be playing Kirby and the Curse of Online Multiplayer. So I'll see you all for that. But with that, have a great night. Take care and... see you next time.